Hey all listeners, welcome to the True Low Level Challenge part 23. Yes, and today maybe we'll finish it today. I don't know. It depends. Mm. Mm. Yeah, just need to make sure that I drink enough to drink. Anyway, we're actually going to be going. We're actually going to be going to FFVII actually first. So she's going to be the lowest level of course because she's 28, and then there's not another single character that is 28. There's a bunch that is 29 of course. He's actually the furthest away. So that's yes. And money-wise, we only have 13,000, which is not that much. We do have platinum fish. We do get the double RP weapons. Now here's the thing, right? The next challenge that we are doing, as I've said, is going to be the true lowest level possible challenge. And during that challenge, there are a bunch of fights that are going to be solo. Well, not really solo, because here's the thing, right? Solo would mean that, we would have to kill off the party members before the boss fight. Now the thing is, we could also do like a glitch version of it, of the run, or like a no glitch version as well. However, if you do, for example, the glitch version of the run, the main problem is of course the fact that there are certain glitches that are just very, very hard to perform. There is basically one that would require them to basically either they should add a save point to the very first screen of the game, like after you have defeated Black. Basically, it should be after the two guards that you defeat. Basically, it should be like higher up, or it should be on the very, very next screen at the very, very start of the next screen, basically. Otherwise, yeah. We can go inside here now, of course, and get the two stuff here. One of them is, of course, the Oritsururu, or whatever, and the other thing is the Steel as well materia, which, as I've said, actually works with quadramatic, so you could, for example, put a basic spell like fire on it. For example, like fire, quadramatic, and then another quadramatic, and you know. So that was the Oritsururu, right? Yes. As you can see, it's a lot stronger than the Crystal Cross. Actually, if we check here first, let's check here Crystal Cross here. Let's see how much magic we have with that. So we have 130 magic attack. With Oritsururu, you get fucking 131 or regular attack, but you get 133 magic attack. So yeah, so Oritsururu is used completely slaps and stuff like that, and that's actually because I believe the Oritsururu is not worth much. I'm gonna double check though first if it's actually one of those weapons that are worth a lot, or if it's not worth a lot. I think it only sells for one kill. No, because there's a lot of weapons that doesn't sell for anything and stuff like that, you know. The scale of the sea god's shines. And then here we get Steel as well materia. And that also makes the music less loud because now there's no fire left in there. But yeah, but here you get the absolutely amazing Steel as well materia. So Steel materia is when paramateria is used. Meaning, for example, you set it up with just a regular fire, like it could either be 5-2, 5-3, or whatever, right? It doesn't matter how much RP you have on the spell, but you set it up with Steel as well, and then you also set up another fire, and it doesn't even need to be the same level fire, like it doesn't need to be a fresh one. You could have a mastered fire and an unmastered one, and you set up one with Steel as well, and one with quadramatic, and then basically you will use it 4 times. And it will attempt to steal all of those 4 times. It's absolutely amazing. We could actually go and do the Yuffie thing now, if we really, really, really want to, but 28 is a bit sketch, to be honest. We didn't use double RP weapons, of course, against the boss, sadly, so our HP plus is not particularly great. Now, one thing that I've been thinking about though, and because here's the thing, right? You always need barrier. so you can get end barrier, like, because otherwise you won't survive. You won't like survive. You won't survive lapis laser without it, pretty much. You can, of course, if you have enough HP plus materia, but that just feels like, you know, like a thing. But yeah, also on the quote-unquote true lowest level challenge, right? There are a bunch of things that are gonna be really, really rough. Stuff like that, but yeah. So they still have those, they still have 5 volt, yeah. So yeah, Javelin we don't sell, even though technically you might say, oh, there's no point to have the Javelin. No, at this point, yeah, there still is. Ritzer only says for 1, because the cost says for 9,000. Yellow Trumpet is not worth anything, so don't sell that. Yeah, it is ridiculous. That is worth 400 and that is worth 500. There are certain items that definitely should have had way higher value on them. Right, like Giga's Armlet, I would definitely have made worth at least, 2,000. Heal Body Banger, I would have made that worth 4,000. I must say, oh, but if they made Giga's Armlet worth 2,000, and you would steal a lot of it in the crater area and stuff like that, then, you could just make a shit ton of money. So, that is fine, Right, we're using that. And we can switch on the Ritzer. Something I'm trying to think about. Because now we have 32,000. And technically there aren't anything else we need to be getting right in terms of like money-wise, right? The rooms where we have the Javelin, we have the triple, and she will be able to get her better like double AP weapon from the thing, but yeah. But it's a bit sad that the thing that I would have done is for example, I would have made Vincent's Outsider, I would have made that better. We not care if we get the is it Circle Square XX? I thought there were one more thing that we could actually do beforehand that I forgot to do. We can theoretically pick up elemental materia now, I think. Right. Actually, we can also do this. I'm pretty certain we can do this now. I'm pretty certain this is doable now. But is it normal treasure or is it good treasure? Is it normal or is it good treasure? We'll start digging, good treasure. Just immediately push down there and then do the bomb and then climb while you're doing the bomb. Yes. And then we dig over here basically. Right here. Because that's where we digged up the Lunar Harp. So that should always be where the thing should be. Okay, start digging for normal treasure instead. Because you cannot trigger it, I believe, while you're actually... Maybe I went too low here, maybe it's actually higher up. I'm gonna try here again. I don't think it matters how low you are here. I think you can be higher up and also get it. But it should be over here. Yeah. So see here, for example, we could get the rune omelets again. But yeah, you can see the rune omelets are expensive. But yeah, but the fact that that is the only double thing is, I always thought that was weird, like why is that the only double AP armor? Now we actually get real high wine music. Yeah, so do that, and then we go and submit go. Is there a point though? To go inside Mega already? Yeah, there is. Except we cannot afford the sneak gloves, right? And he talks about the whole thing here, like, oh, you can go inside and say, oh, you can see it here for you can see her farming there, and then she disappears and stuff like that. But the fact that yes, you can see her even before she dies there and stuff that, which is always weird and stuff that. But yeah. Now, what I would have done though, by the way, quote unquote, what I would have done is right here, for example. First off, I would have made it so that, you know, reunion, yeah. I would have actually made it so that, for example, that they would have gone and scoured like the sector that got destroyed. And then, for example, here they would have like really, really powerful but expensive like materia and stuff like that, you know. And this is the item shop. And again, I would have changed the stuff in the item shop and stuff like that, you know. So maybe they would sell explosions, they would sell elixirs. They would be expensive. Now, to the paradise number 1. Yeah, so now we're at Turtle Paradise number 1. And the second one is in Shinra Building, which of course requires you to do that whole thing, but yeah. But I also thought that it would have been cool if the quest would have been locked until after, or that you got a different reward if you actually do it later and stuff like that, you know, so yeah. Yeah, you can still get Titan bangles here. Stuff like that, which is actually pretty funny. Let's just have a Titan bang for completion's sake. Stuff like that. At the new Sarah's house, of course. And you can see that, yeah, they have just gone from here and stuff like that completely, you know, stuff like that, you know. And it's just completely abandoned and stuff like that, you know. What I would have done also is I would have put like Shinra stuff in here and stuff like that, you know. Stuff that, you know. I thought about, you know, like the whole, you know, I've done, you know, like a dream game list or whatever, right? But, you know, I only made the first part that I posted on Twitter, but then I posted everything on the same, like, YouTube video, which is the Resident Evil, like the speedrun thing, the part 1 of it, and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, currently I have 30 games on the list so far, but for example, I have not added the Final Fantasy VII Ultimate to it yet. It would, of course, the number that the games are in that is not the number that, oh, this is the priority of what I want the absolute most. No, I just number them, you know, and stuff like that. But number 1 didn't mean that, oh, I want this way more than all the other ones. Oh, but if I would say that there would be one game that would be theoretically my number 1, then it would be the thing. We get the premium heart here. And it is weird, like, why is the premium heart there, you know, and so stuff like that, like, what is the actual quote-unquote explanation for the premium heart being there? Which is a quote-unquote ultimate weapon, but the main problem is, of course, in this, when you get a limit break, you cannot regular attack anymore. Meaning, for example, you either need to have Mug Death Blow. Mug works, of course, but also steals. Death Blow also works as a regular attack. But for example, even if you have like double cut and 4-cut, 4-cut still gets replaced by limit break and stuff like that. That was always something very, very annoying, so to speak. Sadly, this doesn't become a super shop, but it still has cover here that you can actually get more of if you really, really want to. Yeah, sadly, you cannot change your clothes. And now, of course, it's very, very different here now because Shinra has taken over the shop and stuff that on the bean. And of course, yes, I've seen the whole, know, extended version of the Onivini and stuff like that. But yeah, I forgot, do they ever change the shop here? Because this is of course pretty well stacked for a thing inside Midgard and stuff like that. Like you have potions, things down, antidotes, echo screen, eye drops, hyper, tranquilizers, high potions, tens. Although I forgot, do they say actually high potions there the first time you get there? Because that would make it actually, right, one of the earliest high potion shops in the game, right? I think. They don't really change the exterior at all in the gun. So it felt a bit weird. But here is where you can get it, but it's like, what is it, 500,000 or is it 1 million? 129,000, that is not that bad actually. Mitchell Rod, Metal Knuckle, Assault Gun, Mitchell Armlet. Just also really cheap and stuff that, so we can just get those now. Which of course that will give you sneak love, you know. I'd like to climb up to the plate if I could. Or that account, but you cannot order here. This guy is still in the bathroom here. There's the karaoke, but you cannot sing. Karaoke minigame. And of course the wire for some reason is just gone here and stuff that, you know, it's just, you know. Because this would have been so cool if it would have allowed you to go back into the Shinra building already and stuff that. But you might say that, oh, these items would have been too early to get. But here's the thing, right? You don't get to use those items at all often. And it is because often before you do Midgard, you will have quote-unquote killed Ultima weapon. Like, it's very rare. Even if you played back in the day, it's very rare that people are gonna have like fought like so. My first time when I played, I killed Ultima weapon on disc 3 rather than the earlier part where you can kill them. But I believe it is when the diamond weapon thing is happening, or it's like after you've killed diamond weapon, is when it appears, like when you're going to the crater or whatever, or before you fly into Midgard. But yeah, because, you know, Ultima weapon appears in the specific location where it always appears first. But then yeah, you can go back in here if of course you missed the stuff here before and stuff there, but yeah. But and there's nothing here of course either and stuff that, but yeah, the thing is, yeah, it could have been so much stuff that they could have like added here and stuff that, you know, when you go back here with the like the key to Sector 5 and stuff that, right? Because the fact is that the only reason is really to get the premium heart and to get the sneak gloves. That's really the only thing that is useful about it. I feel like there is nothing else that is actually useful about it. Now, of course, say like you could go into Don Corneo's office and you could like somehow end up in the sector that was destroyed, for example, and stuff that, and you realize that, oh shit, not all of it was destroyed or whatever, right? That you could end up on the, say, the train graveyard, for example, or something like that, you know. Or, you know. Yeah, this inn is actually very interesting, because here's the thing, right? This inn, I think it's actually one of the nicer inns in the game, because it definitely feel like, okay, it has a toilet here, it has what I'm guessing is a storage room, and then it has a bedroom here, 2 beds, it's a bedroom here, 3 beds, so you know, and yeah, you cannot buy from this machine again there and stuff like that, but yeah, I can actually wish that the items here, like you know what the other items are, of course, because he says, oh wow, up stamina protein drink set, you know, because depending on which one you get, of course, he says what the thing is actually and stuff like that, but yeah. Or theoretically, is there any of the steels here that are actually useful? Are there any steel that is actually useful? Because theoretically, yes, you have this blocking here, for example. However, they never coded the areas to actually quote-unquote be destroyed. So technically, if you glitch through this, for example, you will actually end up on the other side where the guards are. And you will basically be able to use full explore and stuff that, like, there would be nothing that would prevent you from going into where the seventh heaven is and stuff like that, but yeah. Because there's no useful steel, right? I don't think there's any useful steel at all. You know, stuff that, so yeah. So there's no useful steel or anything, right, you know. And they don't even do anything extra in here, right, that something happens, right? Like, you would think, right, that for example, like going back inside here when diamond weapon is about to attack or whatever, right? Because imagine, right, if it was like, oh, when diamond weapon is like going towards Midgard, then you could like go inside here and you could like quote unquote save people and stuff that, like, be like, hey, I'm gonna like relocate you to, like, you know, Calm or whatever, right? But then you need to save everyone inside Midgard, right? And then depending on how many you save, maybe there will be a time limit, right? Like saving up people in Midgard, and you need to basically talk to them, and then they go into clone and stuff that, and then the more people you save, the better their reward you get and stuff that, you know. But yeah, so that's Goras, the premium heart. This is of course Tifa's ultimate weapon as it were, but with 99 attack. However, here's the thing, right? Like, Tifa's medical attack is pretty decent now with God's hand. And the thing is, like, premium heart, yes, it is powerful and stuff like that, but, you know, the main problem though is the way that the premium heart scales with its damage. Because premium heart scales with limit break, which is the only ultimate weapon that scales with limit break. Like, they have different scaling, they have different ultimate weapons, what they quote unquote scale with. Actually, let's go over here and do the thing. I don't know, we could have made it in another place. This is one that's cosmic cannon. The thing is not here yet, right? No, it doesn't happen until the side quest, because if you could make him die before you do the whole quest, and like before the ammo weapon appears and stuff that, you know, you wouldn't be able to do that quest, of course, yeah. And I want to actually know the prices here and stuff like that. So butterfly eggs, tiger Vulcan, heavy Vulcan. Okay. And I always thought that, yes, it might seem like a good amount of weapons when you originally play this, but it just feels like there were way too less weapons and stuff that, like, there could have been just like way more weapons. It is where the shop is. Now we have triple HP plus materia. She is of course the only one that can survive. So we want to be using Twin Viper here. I would want to use another armor though. Probably be cursing otherwise. Because right, what's your magic stat? Magic stat is 103 with this. Because Twin Viper 103. What is it with this? 108. You get 64 defense. What is it with Circlet? But Circlet helps her magical defense, and I believe that attack of his is actually magical. But maybe it isn't. But we have 3 HP pluses we can slap on, so that is comparable to having 30% So yeah. Or do we just all slap on all here? The best all? Yes, we do. And again, we slap on time. We slap on barrier here just so we can get closer to getting wall. Luck plus, magic plus, double cut, and steal. Although I mean the magic plus is really a waste. Because we don't have magic, but we needed of course to have that if you want to level. So that's yeah. So we would want to have it something like this, for example. But for example, I mean, we will get some stuff though here, right? Because we will still do some other things. It's still as well, does it say magic, pad materia, but still does not work with steel, right? But you cannot like steal and get like double steal effect, right? Because that would have been funny. Then we'll put steel on him. We'll put steel on Claude. We'll put long range on Claude because you have a fucking Heaven's Claude. And I will give you cover as well. I will give you sense. And then I give him sense. Let's say we give you death blow as well here. Death blow. So let's give you throw because throw can. That, and then we don't have any material left, but we want to have restore. Him restore you. So there's one restore that won't be getting. Actually, let's equip an extra restore on him. Case. And then contain. Actually, combat and be absorbed. Okay, contain and turbo. Full cure. We could have gone with cursing because then we would have needed destruct. But let's actually level up destruct here as well. So that's our field. That's our build. Maybe protectoring would be better on her, maybe we will see. Now that we got that, we have three AP classes, which is nice. And not best thing in the world, but the AP classes are going to be really important. That we get several of and stuff that is just going to be super important for the true lowest level challenge. So the reason why we're doing this, for example, is also because then basically I know that okay, like these are the encounters that I need to take and stuff because here's the thing, right? Here we allow ourselves to get like the what would you call it? But that's not here. Because we allow ourselves to do like forced encounters here and stuff because here's the thing, right? Now during the glitchless version I won't allow ourselves to skip Midgard, for example. However, we will still skip the Turks fight because it can actually be skipped. Stuff that. So yeah. Yes, the HP plus material is going to be really, really important. HP plus material. Of course, if we could avoid abusing the whole thing where we can just get infinite elixirs, then that would be good and stuff like that. But after a certain point, it's not safe to go there anymore, and then the only way you can go there is with the Chocobo and stuff like that. So yeah. Now we tranquilize. So here's the thing, right? There are going to be battles that we are gonna get before we get to the boss fight with like Rinwen or with Rude rather. So that there are gonna be fights we're gonna get in. Is it circle square XX or is it X circle square XX? I think it's square circle XX. So I'm 100% certain that the final two inputs are always the same, I think. I'm pretty certain that ends up being the case. Okay, let me double check something first. We have 8 18-inch cannons. And she's using her double AP weapon, of course. We could theoretically just slap on the Room Blade on Claude, but then they can have way less stuff. So it took a while, of course, until we could finally go here and stuff that, yeah. But yeah, the fact that a lot of the characters are still below level 30 is pretty crazy. And they don't actually change the stuff in here now. Yeah, still Goma, but you can get S-mines here. You know, cost the eating coat. Which is, I mean, the eating coat is pretty expensive. Like, the eating coat is still almost, not really, but yeah. I thought there was something that you could get like a bonus in here. No. You cannot. Isn't there? I think actually you can. Ooh, nice kick. But then it's supposedly this one that can change. I forgot if the Brillon can also change, right? And is that then that they get like they get replaced with, you know, more fort bracelets? It's a question because I've never tried it before. But I mean, skipping out on Brillon would be pretty, you know. Yeah, so we get this fight and then we get 2 fights on the top as well. So yeah. We got the Steel on Moss characters right there. So these are just attack squad. And the Twin Viper looks to be really cool, by the way. So you're level 34k. These are supposedly the same guys that are actually in the Wutai side quest. But I believe they don't give you 18-inch cannon. I think they give you S-mines. Maybe they give you 18-inch cannons. I don't remember if, because there is a way to actually have steel on them. Like if you have enough materia, then steel might not actually get taken. You might actually have a steel, but you can never steal from the boss there anyway, because that's not something you could rely on. Okay, why are these so hard to steal from? Yes, they're 34 and everything, but you know, one of the characters are almost 30. Let me go install 18-inch cannon. Okay, more 18-inch cannons here. Yeah, the 18-inch cannons are so fucking useful though. So let's see, stop here. I forgot to actually do that. Oh, we didn't give her... Yeah, we didn't give her the thing, so she cannot actually heal herself, which is actually a slight problem. I have no self-healing on her. Did we sense both of them? Is the question though. 1300, yeah. What did about 1300 health? Yeah, we should actually do that, actually. I actually want to make sure that we do it with Claude, if they can actually wake him up for once. I think I can actually kill them with regular attacks here. I forgot the equip long range of Claude. And then Cloud rounds automatically there for some stupid reason, you know. Let's actually put him in the front row actually here. So I just want to double test here. Hopefully it doesn't quit though. So I forgot how much damage has to go through. Okay, so it's still 629, so yeah, he does have long range then. Because that was not a crit. Yeah, I didn't equip Ribbon on Claude. I'll have it on him. Okay, that's one of the 8-inch cannons. That was pretty fast. East. I want to see new ground here actually. Never put a barrier here on. Okay, he's at 35 and he has 2,600. Då ska hålla in cannon and then Claudius gonna comet. Where's the snake on red sky? We're gonna wait here with reapplying barrier until the barrier on the other guys run out as well. That's a powerful attack. Yeah, the 8-inch cannons are often quite annoying to steal and stuff that, you know, but Claude managed to steal it there, and now we start stealing from the attack round guy, and we combat that. Nothing to steal, okay, that's good. tyvärr trögskastare bekänt. Pick the silver guys out of the rocket. I do it with him instead. We want to make sure that she's the only character alive and stuff like that, so RP-wise it's not super good. I mean, the whole material has gotten decent, I feel like, you know. Has gotten decent here because he has the triple thing. Actually, that's the one that's closest, right? Yeah. So that's not AP. So we need to do this with her. We change this one for that one. And we change this one for this one. We have one 3-star here as well, but that 3-star we have no. Yeah, these are the ones that are important here. The triple O. And then we move her 3-star here. Move one of her 3 stars. Because this is 1 star. This 3-star hers to here. Then she has the 3-star as the one that gets double up here. Yes, the one yes, yeah, that's not an unknown material. Yes, at least we now get the triple thing and stuff like that, except of course they won't because no, I'm pretty certain, or can we leave the screen? Forgot if we could or not here, or if he comes out and he says like, what the fuck, Lord, do you think about running away? Yeah, that's sad. However, did they thought about the other exits of the screen? Like, did they think about this exit? Did they think about the thing that leaves the town completely? Okay, they did. That's a bit sad. You know what, I might actually barrier us up first rather than, you know, anything else with Yuffie. Because here we definitely want to steal because we steal, what is it, Tough Ring, but, or is it Cedrish? Is it true that that's the Cedrish? I think it's true that that's the Cedrish. So we steal here. We put a barrier first. Come on, make sure that we sense the course, obviously. Another haste. Possible here we stand through, if we can be sensed even. Can be sensed, you're level 42 and you have 9,000 HP. But he does have, yeah, that's the attack I'm really worried about. Yeah, that still does a lot of damage against walking. I was actually lucky that he spread it out like that. I'm actually gonna kill you here. Ow. Stealing from these guys might be a bit tricky here. Oh, M barrier does work. So it is an M barrier attack. It is a magical attack. You saw there that M barrier went up when Claude got hit. So you know. Yeah, so that means that M barrier is actually useful in this fight. Stole the 8-inch cannon. Barrier. Let's put up the regular barrier here as well. Claude will go immediately once it gets the impact. Oh, we do have the clear front wheel here though. Okay, so when I'm selecting combat, I think, yeah, there's no way we deal with 7,000 of that. It will quill. Yeah, if we didn't have a barrier there, she would have been there. That would have turned everything because we still had it. But the barrier didn't happen here. It's a bit odd. You know, if possible, I want to let him die here, actually, and stuff like that, you know. I need to heal her actually here. There we go, there was no sea of grace and our freeze on him. So I want to get him as low as possible here before we kill off the other cult members. Actually, we're using our up on Elixir here, just so she can cast M barrier on herself. Just, you know, she will M barrier up herself. So basically, we get him low, basically. We get him low first here. I don't know how long he stays frozen here. How much? I am a bit scared that he's gonna crit. So barrier. Now we actually need Jordan CO to die. I want to sense here though. I want to see how much is his health down to. Yeah, he has only 100 MP left. So maybe we actually wait for him to run out of MP here. However, why am I taking 0 damage from just double checking here. Yes, we do have it. Right, stance again here. So we put the Pine Barrier again here. He has 8 MP left. Did we already in barrier? We did. In regular barrier. But then let's just slightly weaken him again here because he's not going to be able to heal now. I'm pretty certain he has low enough now. Yeah, I think that's low enough. Pretty certain that's going to be low enough for it to be able to finish him. I'm gonna let actually him finish. What do this? I know I'm about to run out of M barrier here, but M barrier shouldn't matter now because it can only physical attack. Dodge, and now he's dead. If he hit. He's dead. Yet only for her. So we get 4,000, all level up, that's very nice. So we didn't get the full level, but now she's closer to level up than both Claude and Fear. And we got our very first Seedish, and Seedish is absolutely insane. Because Seedish is, decrease all element attacks by half, 100 defense, 15% dodge chance, 80% panic dodge. However, yes, it increases every single elemental, all elemental attacks, as it says. It is good, but yes, it has no slots. Meaning, for example, something like this, or it actually has 8 slots. So it's really useful. We did not get, of course, 80 plus mastered here, but we did get some on her, of course. So that's it. So the question is this all the strongest? No, it is not. They're strongest, and we now remove all the materia here. She's no longer the lowest. She's no longer the lowest. She's going to switch to it, so she's going to move circuit, he's going to move ribbon, he's going to move protecting.